Imagine you're alone in the deep, vast blue of the ocean. The sun is shining brightly, but beneath you is nothing but darkness. Suddenly, you feel a movement. Something massive is approaching you from below. Your heart is racing. The adrenaline wave crashes over you. This is no ordinary shark. It's something far larger and more terrifying. A creature that seems to come straight from your wildest nightmares. The Megalodon, the king of the prehistoric seas, the terror of the deep. In this episode, we dive into the legendary world of this gigantic shark. We ask ourselves, what is the Megalodon? What makes it so captivating, and most importantly, could you survive an attack from this prehistoric giant? Stay tuned as we unravel the myths and show you how to face the most dangerous predator that might have ever existed eye to eye. In this episode of How to Stay Alive, the legendary Megalodon. Step 1. Know your enemy. Before you even venture into the depths of the ocean, you need to know who you are dealing with. The Megalodon is no ordinary shark. It was the ultimate alpha predator of its time, a hunter that sat at the top of the food chain. Imagine a shark so massive that it could swallow an entire whale, a beast with teeth sharper than the sharpest knife, and a bite stronger than a Tyrannosaurus Rex. To survive an encounter with this prehistoric giant, you must understand its habitat, its habits, and its weaknesses. Dive into research, read about fossil findings, study the science behind the myth, and learn how this shark hunted. Because knowledge is your first and strongest weapon in the survival battle against the Megalodon. Step 2. Master the art of preparation. In a world where the Megalodon lurks, preparation is everything. Before you venture into the open sea, you need a plan. Imagine yourself as a modern-day knight gearing up for a duel with a dragon. Your armor? A special high-tech shark repellent suit that emits electric shocks and keeps sharks at bay. Your shield? A specially designed submarine or a steel cage that separates you from the Megalodon's deadly jaws. Your weapons? High-frequency sonar devices that can irritate and distract the shark. Every second you invest in careful preparation is a second you will survive in the open water. Study the latest technologies and strategies for shark repellents and arm yourself with the best of the best. In the encounter with the Megalodon, there is no room for error. Step 3. Master the elements. In the unpredictable waters where the Megalodon reigns, the sea itself is your most powerful ally or your worst enemy. You must become a master of the seas. This means knowing the ocean currents like the back of your hand. You must be able to read the weather like an open book and know when a storm is brewing that will turn the sea into a cauldron of chaos. Learn how to navigate your submarine or boat in rough waters and how to save yourself if you go overboard. Practice free diving to control your breath and safely explore the depths. The oceans are the domain of the Megalodon, but with skill and knowledge, you can turn the elements to your advantage and face the monster on its own turf. Attention! You're probably wondering, how could I prepare for such a challenge? Or what equipment would I need to survive such extreme conditions? We have something for you that might be of interest. Check out the video description and discover the product that could make a difference in this particular episode. Trust us, you'll want to know. But now let's get back to the video. Step 4. Forge an iron will. In the darkest depths of the ocean, where sunlight fades and the Megalodon lurks, your mental strength is your ultimate line of defense. The mere thought of facing such a creature could send most into a state of panic, but not you. You must forge an iron will that is as unshakable as the ocean floor itself. Meditate. Train your mind to stay clear and calm in stressful situations. Learn to control your fear and turn it into a drive for action. In the face-off with a being as massive and terrifying as the Megalodon, it is your iron will that keeps you alive when all else fails. It is the anchor that grounds you in reality and gives you the strength to stand against the primordial terrors of the deep. Step 5. Become a master of camouflage. In the deep sea where the Megalodon stalks its prey, visibility can be a death sentence. Your mission? Remain unnoticed. Become a master of camouflage and use the environment to your advantage. Dress in materials that disrupt sonar and render you invisible to this prehistoric hunter. Learn how to hide in seagrass meadows, coral reefs, or the darkness of the deep sea. Remain calm, move slowly, and seize every opportunity to stay concealed. Because in a game of cat and mouse with the largest predatory fish the world has ever seen, staying undetected is your strongest strategy. Step 6. Arm yourself with knowledge. In an ocean ruled by a giant like the Megalodon, knowledge is your sharpest weapon. It is the shield and sword with which you navigate these deep, dark waters. First, the biology. You need to understand what drives this colossal hunter. What signals attract it? Is it blood, noise, or something else? Understand its physiology inside and out. How do its senses operate? How well can it smell, hear, see? Know its weaknesses, for even a giant has an Achilles heel. Then the habits. Intensely study its hunting patterns. At what times is it most active? Does it favor certain areas or water depths? This is key to knowing when and where you are safest. But that's not all. You also need to understand its psyche. Is the Megalodon territorial? Is it more curious or aggressive when it encounters a human? Can it distinguish between potential prey and a threat? And don't forget the environment. What water conditions does it prefer? Is it a creature of the deep sea, or does it also roam in shallower waters? Dive into the scientific reports, comb through the fossil records, and seek the secrets hidden in aging bones and teeth. The more you know about the Megalodon, the better you can predict what it will do next, and use that lead to stay always one step ahead. In this war of knowledge, every piece of information is worth its weight in gold. Step 7. Become the master of escape. In this merciless dance with the marine giant, escape is not cowardice. It is pure art of survival. Your heart is racing, the adrenaline surge is propelling you, and in this moment you need to be faster, smarter, and more resolute than this primordial deep-sea titan. First, know your escape routes. Always be aware of where the next safe spot is, whether it's a boat, a rock, or a shore. Like a chess player, you must always have your next move and the one after that in your mind. Second, manage your energy. Swimming expends energy, and in a duel for life and death, you cannot afford a second of waste. Use currents to your advantage and conserve strength wherever possible. Third, learn to read the shark's behavior. A twitch of its fins, the movement of its eyes. They are like an open book that tells you where it will steer next. Anticipate its moves and act before it can snap. Fourth, use everything to your advantage. Your equipment, the environment, the elements. Everything can be a tool in your escape. A bright flash of light could irritate its sensitive eyes. A quick move behind a rock can buy you precious seconds. In the face of the Megalodon, every second that you can flee and hide is a triumph of human will over the primordial force of nature. Step 8. The ultimate respect for nature. Imagine you made it. Your breathing is frantic, but you are still alive. Your body is vibrating with tension, but you have survived the Megalodon. In this moment, as you realize you have escaped death, a weight lifts from you that is as heavy as the depths of the ocean itself. First, breathe deeply. You have survived the unimaginable. Let this triumph resonate within you, but remain humble. Today you felt the power of nature, and it has taught you a lesson you will never forget. Second, understand and accept that you are a guest in this world, not its ruler. The Megalodon, whether real or mythical, is a symbol of the vast and unimaginable power of nature. It teaches us that although we stand at the top of the food chain, we must always respect the forces that are greater than us. Third, use this experience as an opportunity to learn. Continue to study, research, and better understand the oceans and their inhabitants. Your survival was no accident. It was the result of skill, knowledge, and the willingness to learn and adapt. Fourth, become an ambassador of the ocean. Share your experiences. Teach others the importance of respecting nature and advocate for the protection of the marine environment. Because lurking in the deep is not just the Megalodon. It is a whole world that deserves our protection and respect. If you want to know what rabies can do to a person, what rabies exactly is, and what you can do to protect yourself, then click on this video now. Rabies is an absolutely underestimated topic.